We are literally going to bring my Tarago back to its natural glory and supercharge it. Alright, so I got all the pieces. I got the headlight, the guard, the door, the bonnet. I do have the corner glass. It is inside the car. I just haven't put it on yet because I don't want it to get broken. You can see the front end's off. We had to cut a hole in the door to open it. But I do have the supercharger already mounted, and at the moment I'm currently making plumbing up for it. I have bought paint. These are in champagne, these two. That is the right silver, but the other side's all scuffed and everything. I'll show you that soon. I bought some 800. I'm going to rub them back and all that. I did order paint, but that's going to be a week away. So at this current point in time, we're going to try and plumb up this supercharger. So I've made it so the pipe work is 2.5 inch in and 2.5 inch out on the pipe work for the Tarago. I did buy some silicone joins. I am waiting on a pod filter and a 45-degree bend so we can finish the induction side, but we can finish up the pressure side, and I'll show you so far where I'm up to. Alright, so the supercharger's on. It's an SC14. I've got it all lined up with the pulley, but I haven't taken the standard belt off yet. I do have a pulley here and a spacer that I'm yet to cut down, which is going to bolt in where the alternator bolt goes through, and that'll space it, and then it'll run up and around and back out. So it'll come off the face of the alternator here, up and around this, around that other pulley, and back through the normal route. So literally we're just going to lengthen the belt. The charge pipe is going to come along the head and then 90 it into the existing pipe work for the Tarago. I have hose for this. It's going to go to a catch can off to the side, and then it's going to plumb back in. I don't know if you can see that there, the hose for it, for the breather. I'll put a one-way valve in so it's not going to blow pressure into the head. And then the charge pipe is, the induction pipe is going to come here, 45 it, and then the pod filter is going to sit down and back behind the battery. There'll be a lot going on here, but it's still smaller than the airbox that was in here, so yeah, it should be all right. And then I just got to wire it in, which is one wire, and I'm going to run that into the AC switch inside. Like, this does have air conditioning, but there is a blank. I'll show you. So you can see your heater controls. You've got AC inside, demister, but this one here is empty. It's not a button, but it's empty. So I'm going to try and figure out a way of making that a button, and then we can just leave it blank so it looks blank, and then that'll be our little on-off supercharger button, and it still looks factory. Alright, so first things first, we've got to measure pipe. I've got some 2.5 inch pipe here, and we'll get the 90, we'll measure it up, and we'll see how long we need, and then we'll cut it, paint it, slap it in, see how it goes. Alright, cut the first one. So this will go into the Tarago, measured 130 to the 90, and we'll see if it'll fit. Alright, so I just shoehorned that piece in, and it actually fit really well. I'm quite surprised. I'll flick the old camera around, I'll show you. So there's the piece going into the tube that goes to the throttle body, and then we're going to connect it to this one. So let me just get my tape and we'll figure it out. By the looks of this, we're probably looking at about 230. We'll go 240 just to be safe. We can slide it either way if we need to. So 240, we'll cut the next one, and then we'll paint them up. Alright, well that piece fitted pretty good. I'm going to try and lift that up. I'm going to make that so it comes up, and I'll make a bracket. There's a bracket here. I might make it come off here or something, but we will lift that so it doesn't look so shit house. But alright, I'll pull those pipes out, paint them up, and then yeah, I guess I just got to wait for this to turn up and the pod filter, and we can start making the induction pipe. Alright, so that's the charge pipe done. I did scratch it up a bit. I'll give that another coat before we go. But now it's time to pull the corner out. So hopefully I can polish up the headlight, get that in, and then we can start with the door and the guards and getting all that ready. I do have it strapped to the Hilux, so I'm basically going to start this Tarago and drive it backwards. and we'll see if we can pull that out, see what it does, and try and knock it flat and get it back to where it was. So let's see how this goes. So I'm assuming I've pulled that out a bit too far, but this has come up. This is back to where it almost should be. And this kink is gone. I've probably got to twist this back around a bit, which will bring that back to flat and everything like that. And then, yeah, I'll try and knock this around a bit now and get it straight. And then we'll see. I don't know if this is on an angle. It might have to come out yet, but we'll see what we got first. So I'm going to try and turn this around, face it towards the garage, and then we'll see where we're at there. We'll go from there. So we got parts for our latest restoration episode, but you know it's going to, be nailed when you're lifting your Tarago off a 2-ton winch that you've got mounted in your shed. Hey, mate, she's not going to be pretty, but she's going to be back together. And look at that little supercharger. All right, got the paint, got thinners and wax and grease remover and everything. I got one panel hanging, I got the door, I got the bonnet. So I'm literally just gonna wax and grease all these. I know it's not the cleanest area or anything like that, and that's fine. I don't really care, it's good enough for the Tarago and the girls we date. So literally the rub back, I'm just gonna wax and grease these. I'm gonna start masking off the black areas because there's a little bit on that one, the top of the door and this area. And then I will literally wax and grease it again a second time. And then after that, we'll start throwing some colour down. All right, got it all masked off. Gonna knock up some paint. And then we will start adding colour. And we'll see how this all turns out, eh? Alright, so I've got the silver on the panels. They're looking alright. Good enough for the girls we date. So, you can see all the dents in this. I haven't even knocked them out. I'm no panel beater, mate. She's straight and bolts on. That's all that matters. Plus, it'll match the character of the car. I mean, it's a fucking 2000 Tarago, so... But anyways, silver's on. Alright, I'm going to have a cold one. And then we will get into the clear coat. And I'll probably do 2-3 layers on that. I know it's acrylic. I should probably do more, but I'm not gonna. So, yeah, let's get some shine on these soon. I know people are going to watch this and be like, you didn't prep the surface and you didn't and have a fucking cry and everything like that. But what you got to understand is last time somebody said, oh, yeah, mate, do me a favour and I'll get me son to paint your car. No cunt did. And they fucking ripped me off and everything like that. I'm lucky enough to have a couple of professional painters. I use them for the drag car and everything. But for stuff like this, mate, I'm just going to do it because fuck people. So, yeah, bitch and whinge all you want, but the fact of the matter is, I'm here doing it. Alright, clear coat's down. She's not pretty, but she's shiny. Door's going to need some work, which is fine. But the bonnet's shiny, the guard's shiny. Door came out a bit dry in the last one. But it's silver, it's shiny, and that's all we want. So it works. I mean, it's not gold anymore. The guard's not gold, door's not gold. We'll bolt these on. And then hopefully we can just start hooking into the supercharger. I've got a 45-degree bend coming. My mate Tim, he's bringing the belt and everything like that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we will have this thing running by, say, Tuesday afternoon, possibly Wednesday. I got to work. I got class on Tuesday, Wednesday. I got to work Thursday, Friday. So hopefully I can get it done Tuesday arvo. We'll see how we go. Alright, so I got the Tarago fixed. Colour's close, but it's not spot on. But, I mean, you have a look. It's all back together. I'm not overly happy about it. I mean, it's cost me $1,200 to fix this fucking thing. I got nothing for it. Basically back to being a shit fucking... I mean, it looks worse than it did before, but... Anyways. At least it's got a supercharger on it now. Just waiting for my elbow and pod filter and... Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but... I only paid $1,000 for the whole fucking car, and then I had to spend $1,200 on fixing it. Fucking drives me insane, especially this day and age. But anyways, there's an episode coming up of this and the supercharger and all the bullshit that's on it. So stay tuned. Jump over to the YouTube channel. You'll see the episode on there soon. It'll be under the sub-branch of On-Road Restoration. Alright, so I've skipped ahead a bit here. I've got all the panels on. I have done a few things. I didn't do it on film. I just hooked in, got it done because fact of the matter is I need this car. It's my daily driver. So I've got to have this done and going because I'm driving the V8 Hilux and I'm paranoid that thing's going to get defected and then I won't have a car. So I'll just quickly run you around, show you what I've done, and then that'll do this episode. And then in the next one, we'll get a drive belt and we will take it for a run, see how it all goes, everything like that. And yeah, so anyways, here's what I've done. So you can see the doors on, guards on, bars back on, headlights in. All right. I've plumbed up the intake of the supercharger. I've got, you know, the mass airflow, pod filter, everything's in and done and running. I have the boost reference here for the blow-off valve, goes down into a pipe there that goes behind the intake manifold and everything. I have a catch can. Can you see that? Down in there. All right, so the catch can's in, everything is in, done, dusted, ready to go, and stuff like that. Literally, I just need a drive belt. My mate Tim's bringing that, hopefully tomorrow, and we'll throw that on and everything. But for the switch inside, I back probed this one, which was the original one that I wanted to put it on. Couldn't find anything in the pins and stuff like that. My boss, Matt, said he's going to try and help me with it. But at the moment, I've literally just got it on a toggle switch down here. I was thinking about putting it in here, cutting that down and putting it in here, put a little plate and a switch and a light. And then that way it can be like Dominic Toretto out of Fast and Furious. Just click, you know, something fucking shit. But it'll still look factory, you know, because I don't smoke, so I don't use that. But that was one thing I was thinking. But anyways, so that'll do this episode. On-road restorations is basically just going to be us flipping vehicles, bringing them in, getting them ready, put back on the road. We'll drive them, test them, see and do all that sort of thing, and then we'll just flog them off for a bit of a profit, hopefully, or at least try and break even. That's the game plan. So hopefully we can just make a bit of money to keep these projects going, and we'll go from there. But anyways, we'll get this done, get a drive belt, we'll take it for a run in the next episode, and we'll see if it actually does anything, blows hoses, see what the story is, and just keep repairing from there. All right. So like I always say, guys, I'll see you in the next episode, and if you made it this long, thanks for the support. Greatly appreciated.